His name is Manaola Ho'owaiwai Ikale Kaumakalani. Heaven's power of life enriches the beloved child. His auntie gave him his name. She says that when they will look at him, Nani, when they will see him, they will look upon him with love.
Through my mother, I've learned how to sacrifice myself to the dance, to completely give myself to motion. You have to give yourself completely to the dance. The same way you give your heart to a loved one. I started doing wearable art shows with Mamo, and when I did the art shows, everything was done by hand. Everything, the sewing, the construction, the printing, everything. All of our patterns are carved out of bamboo, and they embody the repetitious patterns that are found in nature.
We have books, but none can tell you that there is a specific story on a kilohana or skirt that's pertained to a particular print, but not for him. This print means this, Mom. I said, how do you get that? He said, because when I was traveling down here, this is what I saw. And when I saw this dictates to me. What he feels, that's what he sees. That's what he's inspired by.
I wanted nothing to do with silk screening. And then I talked it over with my mom, and everybody's like, if we print the fabric out and you like it, then we'll go with it. If you don't like it, we'll just throw it away, we'll burn the screens. We'll never talk about it ever again. So I was like, okay. And when the fabric came back, I was like, so scared. I actually kept it downstairs for a whole day. I didn't open it. Finally got the strength, brought it upstairs, opened that bolt of fabric. And when we rolled it out, it was like, wow. The energy was so intense. I was like, Mom, what do you think? Is it okay? Does it have the feeling? Do you feel the spirituality of it? And she's like, yes. When we looked at naming the brand, it only made sense to name it Manaola because it just embodied everything that we wanted it to. It's mana. Mana is spiritual power, and ola is life. I could see the success in it, but what was more important to me was the joy that the products brought to people, the pride. People had that kind of energy and they wore it with so much pride, and that made me proud.
Not a lot of local brands were doing what he did, and that's combining fashion and culture. When I first realized what he was doing there, I was in complete awe and so interested in what he was doing because it was so different. Nobody else I hadn't seen it before. It's like a New York runway show, but connected to Hawaii and culture.
I've always been into trendiness, I like sexy things. I've always been like that. And I've totally got criticized for it, and I take full responsibility for it, but somebody had to do it. You know what I mean? If not, we'd be wearing mu'u for the rest of another century, and I just can't.
My brother, he was like, we're gonna do Honolulu Fashion Week. This was back in 2016. And so he was like, we need music that's unlicensed. And I was like, okay. So I saw this as an opportunity. For me, when I created the song was to pay homage to our people. Not only just the people of today, but our kupuna, our ancestors. I used the pahu because the pahu is like a heartbeat of Hawaiian people. I just pictured Kalakaua. He was a Renaissance man. And he did this whole journey all over the world, and he went to meet with all these different leaders to see what they were doing for their people and how he could bring it back and innovate our islands and his kingdom too. So I just was like, I just wanted to pay homage to that and for all of Hawaii.
So bringing that spirituality and that intention back into today's society, back into community, back into the arms of a consumer, that feeling that they're getting, whether they know it or not, it's because of that intention that's set. You're not just selling them another t-shirt. You are giving back to them